And to start with that compliment about Paul is really apposite and heartening, because I suppose all personal narcissism might in its own way be certainly an attempt to be your own God. And even if you don't want to go as extreme as narcissism, self-centeredness or individualism. Not saying that we're not all individual and that there isn't a great beauty in our diversity and our distinctions and our differences. But as a Christian, I'm learning that when it comes to the most important matters, we are all redeemed, we are all forgiven, that there is no significant individual merit among us, that we are all forgiven collectively. I love this, and I loved it when I heard that if it had just been you, Christ would have come and sacrificed himself for you individually. These kind of ideas and these kind of truths softened my heart very deeply. Now, in my sort of self-infatuation, which again, it wasn't entirely consuming, because I've been in recovery now for 21 years, and you can't stay free from drink and drugs without acknowledging a very important truth. Beyond whatever attachments you might have to alcohol or drugs or behavioral addictions, by which, not to be cryptic, I mean, it could be pornography or food or sex, you have made those things false idols. You have set up altars to false gods, but the central deity is the self. It's very hard, or certainly speaking personally, it's very hard as an addict, as a man in recovery, to accept that dynamic. But one of the things I understood is that I always had Jesus Christ at arm's length because of the holy man, holy God dynamic. That I thought, I can't surrender to some man, even if that man is also God, because my whole life has been, don't tell me what to do. I don't trust authority. I don't trust anybody. These were the early lessons of my life. Now, the reason I'm excited that you mentioned Paul is because since actually doing something so intrepid and ludicrous as reading the Bible, instead of I just thought, I know what's in there. I sort of somehow thought I knew it anyway. I've always thought that. I'm quite clever. I'll guess I get the idea. Yeah, died, born, redemption, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. I get it. Now, when I actually read it, turns out it wasn't what I thought it said in there. And in the figure of Paul, I found so much inspiration and excitement and warmth and compassion, and indeed, obviously, with the first apostle or significant apostle to transform posthumous to Christ's physical life, the opportunity for someone that's full-on 100% committed to the persecution and destruction of Christians to become the number one. This is my deal. I'm going to spread this everywhere, day and night, through every possible permutation, jails, trials, shipwrecks, earthquakes, you name it, I'm into it. There's something a book of Acts, and then the subsequent letters. Blown my mind. It's blown my mind because of the character of Paul. Sometimes I think, well, man, that's just a human being, like me. I can get into that. So I've gone from thinking that I am Jesus to recognizing I need Jesus and wanting to be like Paul, wanting to be live for this thing, live for it like you need a revolution, live for it not Christianity so I can fit in with the world, but Christianity so that I can become who I am in relationship to him, that we might change the world together with humility. First humility before honor. I mean, it's raining down on me. I'm sort of being changed all the time.